Thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is Madison. I am an Akashic Records reader and a medium, and I am excited to talk to you guys about what an Akashic Records reading looks like today. So on today's episode, I'm going to walk you guys through what a reading looks like. That way you will know what to expect, whether it be you're tapping into your own records or you're having a practitioner tap into your records for you. So for me, what this looks like is before I go to sit down to do a reading with somebody, I like to do a time of breath work, grounding, and meditation, just on my own, just to prepare for the reading, to be able to, clear out anything that might be clouding my mind or that might be taking up space in my brain where I need to just be able to fully focus on the reading at hand. Then from there, when I connect with the person, I like to do a little bit of chit chat, just introduction about me, allow the person to share whatever they feel called to share at that time. And then from there, I like to do a time of breath work and grounding and meditation for the two of us. So that way we can just fully let go of anything that might be clouding our mind, clouding our judgment, and be able to just fully immerse ourselves in the experience in the Akashic Records. So from there, I will say the pathway prayer that I have that actually opens the Akashic Records. We will use your full name in this prayer, first, middle, and last, and that's what allows us to access the truest form of your Akashic Records, your soul book. And when you're in the Akashic Records, we will just really start a dialogue, you and I. And so what it looks like for me whenever I tap into the Akashic Records, and note that everybody's experience is a little different depending on what their gifts are. And for me, it looks like I tap into the Akashic Records, I say my pathway prayer, I'm in, and it's like I'm sitting in my Akashic room, which is this giant library. And in this giant library, there's a table that I like to sit at and read whenever I'm in the Akashic rooms. And I have a librarian that I work with that's kind of like an angelic being. And so if I tap into your records, maybe you're wanting to know, about what your highest self soul purpose is, So we're in this time in the Akashic Records, I'm, asking the librarian. A lot of times the librarian will bring me over books out of your records, and the books, they're huge books. They're so big, normally they have to be held together with piano keys on the side. And a lot of times I'll be able to open the books and I'll be able to read words, phrases, sometimes there'll be pictures, visuals, and then we'll just kind of start a dialogue. Hey, here's what I'm seeing in this book that was just brought to me. And then you'll be able to share what you're seeing or feeling or experiencing. And then we'll just kind of keep going back and forth until we get to the point that you feel like you have a resolution or an answer. And then from that point, we will just kind of say a closing prayer to close out of the records. And once we close out of the records, then it'll just be a time for you and I to just debrief, question, answer, talk about whatever came up, whatever you feel like going through at that point. And then from there, sometimes people will choose to just set up a follow-up, or maybe a week or 2 weeks or a month later, they have some more questions that have come up. I do record my sessions, so I do them on Zoom, and then you can actually get a recording of our time in the Akashic Records. So if it's been a month and you're like, ooh, that one thing was really helpful, but I can't really remember it, you can go back in and kind of relive that experience and, re-get that insight for yourself. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, I'll actually put a link below for you guys to be able to book with me, read blogs about the Akashic Records. I've got a little bit of a blog collection going on the Akashic Records. If you want to learn more, if you want to book a soul purpose reading with me, feel free, and we'll be back with another episode on questions to ask when you're in the Akashic Records next. So I'll see you guys then.